Hi, I'm Gareth.
And I'm Charlotte.
And welcome to Stew TV. Now it's the final episode of the series. Aww. But we've got a fantastic recipe for you that you can impress your friends and family at home. So if you haven't been paying attention to the whole series and you just want to learn one recipe that's really going to knock people's socks off, I think this is it. Charlotte, what have you got for us?
We're making basil gnocchi with a cheese sauce. Now what we need for this recipe is mashed potato, flour, pesto, basil, 25 grams of flour, 25 grams of butter, 290 millilitres of milk, and about 50 grams of cheese.
That's some funny looking mashed potato there, Charlotte.
Well, we have already made the mashed potato. It's really easy to do. All you need to do is peel the potatoes, chop them quite small, boil them until it's nice and fluffy, and then just mash it with a little bit of milk or cream, and that's what you got.
Cool.
Okay, so you are going to take that.
Yeah.
And the pesto, and you're just going to, most of that in there. And these are for the sauce, so I'll just put those to one side. And I'm going to chiffonade some basil.
Ah, chiffonade, my old friends. Here we go. Is that enough?
Yeah, you can put a bit more in.
Yeah. We're reserving some of the flour for later on.
Kneading out the
It's going to be a fun
gnocchi a bit later on, yeah. So we're just going to roll this all up together. Okay, so you just want to roll all of that up together like that. Then we're just going to finely slice it.
Just going to add a, was it a teaspoon?
Yeah, teaspoon.
Yeah.
And then we're ready to put our chiffonaded basil in there. Okay, and then you just want to mix that up with your hands. Just get it all in there. Get rid of this.
Oh,
you're making a mess.
There, I'll have a go.
Thank you. So you just want to get that all together. Get all the little bits of flour that are going astray. Make sure that pesto has gone all the way through nicely. Okay, and now we're just going to knead that out on the surface. Could you tip out the flour for me?
Sure.
Make sure your surface is nice and clean. Just got some bits of our food on it. Okay, and then you just want to knead that dough.
So I'll give you a hand that's kneading. There we go. Just gently massage that in there. I've hungered for your touch, and I'm lonely now. Got the words.
Anyway, back to the recipe. So we now need to halve that. You're going to do that half, I'm going to do this half. A little bit so it doesn't stick to the surface.
Okay.
Okay, you just want to roll that out into a sausage.
How big do you like your sausages?
It's not about the length, it's about the girth.
Okay. And what are we aiming for? Like a little chipolata? Yeah?
So you want a couple of centimetres thick. Can you manage that?
We'll just pretend that it doesn't exist. That's gone sticky. And
okay.
How's that?
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Okay.
I'm just going to grab my knife and then we just want to chop them into pieces about 1 inch long. Okay, you can do that to yours.
Yeah.
And you just want to roll them like that. Then we're going to pop them on a floured board here. Just press it down with a fork, just give it a nice shape, and then onto the board like that. Can you do that?
Yep, sure.
Yeah? Okay, so while you're doing that, I'm going to make the sauce. Okay, for the sauce, you need about 25 grams of butter. Then you're just going to melt that in a small pan. As soon as that's melted, you can add in your flour. You want about 25 grams of flour. And you mix that together. So you just need to let that cook out for a second, and it should look a little bit like honeycomb, like inside a crunchy. Are you done with those gnocchi?
Yep, they're just on the side. Let's have a look what's going on here.
See that?
Yeah, there's like a crunchy bar in there. That's what it looks like.
Okay, so now we're ready to add the milk.
And what's the milk doing to the honeycomb stuff in there?
It's now activating the flour and that's causing the milk to thicken.
Flour, activate.
So you just want to add it gradually because it thickens really quickly. And just keep stirring it so you don't get any lumps. Keep adding the milk gradually until it's all in there. Just after every addition of milk, keep stirring it to make sure that it doesn't get any lumps. It's lovely and smooth.
Is there a name for the sauce you're making, Charlotte?
Yeah, this is a standard bechamel sauce. It can be used in all sorts of things. This is the sauce that you have in lasagna as well.
So if you were going to make some lasagna at home, could you use this? You could use this sauce as well.
Yeah. And as soon as we add the cheese to it, it becomes a Mornay sauce, and that's the sauce that you use for things like cauliflower cheese. So we've got all the milk in there now. I'm just going to leave that on the heat just to thicken. You just need to keep stirring it every so often to make sure that it doesn't get lumps. Okay, Gareth, could you tip the cheese in while I stir this?
Sure, I've been trusted with that job. Put that in. Even the job I've been trusted with, I'm still making a right palaver of.
Thank you. Just want to mix that round. Don't worry if that goes a bit lumpy because the cheese will melt. Okay, now we're just going to make sure that our pan on the back is nice and hot. Gareth, could you just pop a little bit of oil in there, and then I've got a plate of butter in the fridge. You can pop a spoonful of butter in there for me as well.
Sure.
That's lovely. So you always want to add oil to butter just to raise the temperature at which it burns. Okay, now we're ready to do our gnocchi.
Passing the gnocchi.
Thank you.
And spatula.
Yes.
There you go.
Thank you.
Well, Charlotte, it looks like you've got everything under control here, so I'm just going to go set the table if that's all right.
That's fine.
No, I'll just be 2 minutes.
Pop the gnocchi in the pan. You just want to leave it in there long enough just to get a bit of colour on both sides. Once it's got a bit of colour, just turn it over. Okay, so that gnocchi's done. It's ready to plate up. Aw, Gareth.
Oh, well, I'll treat my women very well, as you well know. So what have we got here for us then?
So this is the gnocchi.
Okay.
I'll bring the plate over here. Just going to pop those on there. Are you able to grab the sauce for me?
Yes, yes I will. Hang on.
Okay. And then just drizzle some of this sauce. Okay. Okay, and then we just need a little garnish.
And voila.
Oh, that looks lovely, Gareth. So there you go, that's basil gnocchi with cheese sauce.
That looks fantastic. Are you ready to tuck in?
We sure are.
Fantastic, grab these. I'll let you go first this time, because I've had some criticism that I've just been jumping in there and stealing our food. So you go first, ladies first.
Thank you.
Just gonna go for a whole bowl, just in the mouth. Mmm. That's really nice. You got the flavour there of all the basil. And really soft balls there. So there we are. That's basil gnocchi with cheese sauce. Bosh. So it's the end of the series. We've had fun, haven't we?
Yeah,
We've had
absolutely.
a blast, you and me. We hope you've had fun as well. You've had fun trying the recipes out. We've seen the photos. We've seen your little comments on Facebook. We've really enjoyed that. You know, we hope you've used the recipes to your advantage to impress the ladies.
Or men.
All the men, yeah.
We really hope that you got the results that you wanted in your exams.
And please stay in touch with us. Not like you said, you stay in touch with your friends at uni and they've gone off and you don't talk to them. Do stay in touch with us. Facebook, Twitter, thestu.co.uk. That's it from us, and have an awesome summer. Goodbye.
Bye.